common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
We are here out of St. Louis, Missouri, downtown, hanging out with some bulls over here because they are steering up and ready to go.
Raging.
We got some more bullish news coming out of some institutional players from Warren Buffett, from Morgan Stanley, and by utilizing the pseudo-anonymity, wow, I messed that up, of Bitcoin, backtracking some wallet addresses and seeing some fresh new whales the past 4 weeks, accumulating quite a bit of Bitcoin. That really plays into what me and Todd think has been going on by looking into the software and the volume, where retail investors like yourself are getting shaken out of the markets, while institutions are quietly accumulating their positions, positioning the trading desks for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, ready to push it back onto its clients and reap all of the benefits. You guys are early here in cryptos. Don't let the big players take your coins. Don't let them ruin this opportunity. What's going on, Todd?
Then they're going to start the FOMO and make it moon again.
When moon. Hopefully you guys all hit that like, share, and subscribe button and hop on board our Learn Crypto rocket ship right there. Hopefully you're not afraid to hit that buy button and BTFD every time we tell you to do so, because lately the software has been killing it, and I don't mind bragging about it one bit because it is 100% transparent. All markings are made live and obviously never changed. So you can't lie what the charts say.
Won't be but a few months. We'll start selling $10 pictures with the rocket ship. Put your face in it.
No. So, we didn't give away any crypto yesterday. I mean, that's just a bummer. I can't do that 2 shows in a row. So we are going to do a Horizon Zen giveaway for tonight's show. Simply make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Zen, Z-E-N, wallet address. We will choose the winner live during the next live show. Your chance to win one full Zen, currently worth $15. It went up about 12% today as well, so not bad timing to get some free coins. You ready to do this, Todd, or what? I feel some energy. Todd gave me some pizza rolls down there. I'm ready to go.
Get a few trolls on us, we get warmed up.
Crypto Soldier military token team members in here. He said, hoa. Thanks for the Zen boys. There you go. These giveaways aren't fake, my friends. And
right.
The amazing thing is people are saying, oh, you don't even do the giveaways. But the amazing thing is we choose them live. So you know what you guys can do? You don't need to believe me or Todd or any of the community members. Hit the pause button. Go over to a block explorer. Type that wallet address in, and you can easily see if and when I send the coins. That is the beauty of blockchain technology, and if you don't understand that, you probably shouldn't be here. Maybe a different channel is the place that you should be.
Exactly. Not here at Learn Crypto.
All right, what we got going on? The market cap is inching up higher, up to $205.6 billion, while Bitcoin dominance remains stagnant at 53.9. There are some altcoins coming to life, but we have seen Bitcoin making a little bit of a move today, up another percent on the day at 63.83, slowly inching higher as people start to open their eyes and realize you should probably continue to dollar cost average in, because you're going to be real sad watching this show when we're over here having a ton of fun, when Bitcoin's at 20,000 and all-time highs again, and you're like, dang it. I spent all that time watching these guys, soaking in all the education and knowledge, agreeing with them, and I just didn't pull the trigger at these levels. I mean, I can lead the horse to water, but I can't force you to drink, my friend.
Exactly.
We're seeing green across the board. Tether at 99 cents, up a little bit as well, and Monero down 0.16% at 103. a little surprising there for Monero. It had a nice rally. We did come on here and talk about Monero integrating bulletproofs, which reduced transaction fees, reduced transaction times, and didn't affect the underlying privacy features. And it did run up from about these levels, $100 up to around $125, but now has reverted back after, I guess, the news is starting to wear off. Shout out to all the new subscribers. We are just getting started. There we go. Hey, don't forget, guys, if we get to 6,000 subscribers by Monday, November 5th, the Todd Father over there said he will give one lucky individual access to the Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course from learncrypto.io completely free. We're only 200 subscribers away for your chance to win a $300 trading course with over 950 students already involved. So spread the word, get your family and friends to subscribe, and let's continue to grow this awesome community.
And there on CoinMarketCap, you got Tether.
At 99 cents.
Amazingly back to 99 cents. So everyone got scared out of that and all the garbage that went with that. And then what they came out with the bank showing they got 1.8 billion.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that today. You know, the controversy's still stirring, but Tether's still there and still leading the stablecoin market with $2.2 billion. Its next closest competitor is only pulling about $5 million in volume compared to, like I said, Tether's $2.2 billion. And USDC, which was brought out by Circle and Coinbase, is at 1.2 million volume.
Tether's where it's at.
So Raven Coin is up 12%. You might have noticed that somebody over here gave a shout out to me pertaining to that. We're going to let Todd go over that on the charts. But let's just say we were within one Satoshi, one sat. When this thing was ripping and roaring and everybody was saying, oh, you got to buy Raven, it's the next best thing, we were selling, hey guys, if you watch the review, it's time to start selling. We started selling around 817 sats, said we would not touch it until it gets down around 600 for myself, and Todd said 650. Well, looky there, guys, it went down to exactly 601 sats. Bounced off of that pretty nicely here, up 12%, back into the 700s as far as Satoshis are concerned. Horizon as well, the coin that we are giving away, having a nice day, up 9%. They just announced that they will be releasing a new project coming soon. They haven't released the name. They've released some of the details and some of the applications of the project, but that thing is going to have a lot of features, including it's going to be a wallet, private transaction wallet, private messaging, and the list goes on and on. I'm pretty excited to see what happens there because you guys do know I've been preaching Horizon for a very long time, since it was like ranked number 200 in the market cap, and I do run a couple nodes on their network. Honorable mention to Dropple, Polymath, Nexo, and Maker. So if you hold those, congratulations. And if you've been watching us for the past few days, we've been putting some buys on the Polymath chart on the lows. I'm sure Todd will show that software here in a second. So enough out of me, enough rambling. We're through the intro of the show. Time for Todd to look at a few charts, look at some stock charts, and then we'll get into some crypto news, fundamentals, and see what's going on in this active chat box.
What up, Javi? We got the Bitcoin 45-minute chart we've been showing up here, again, scattered with some of our buy signals from our software. The most recent one was a breakdown to 63 and change. Here we are. I'm still kind of impressed. We had a couple spikes down, really didn't bring out any volume. And now we're kind of slowly working back higher. If we go back, I showed this a few broadcasts back, showing that the shorts are coming off a little bit still, even here recently. And longs are trying to pick up. But down here, we've got the longs versus shorts. You can see at previous highs, they got up here in the blue area, this area here as well. So we still got room to keep this rally alive, I think. That's if we're in a trading range. If we're getting ready to blast off here, you don't want to really follow any of those things because all the rules are going to change if we're getting ready to start a strong uptrend. So
I'll be right back, guys. I forgot my water. I can't do all this talking with no water. You hold it down for a sec, Todd.
I'll do it. And then we had, here's the Raven that Nick was talking about. I was really looking for this low to give away for kind of an ABC to the downside, and also previous support on a previous fourth wave. So that was why I was looking at 650 would be a good buy. He was at 600. So that one looks higher. And then I did, where's my Poly? I just tweeted that earlier about it was on a 5-minute pork blaster just playing around. And we'll show that on the software when it gets live here at 7. It's 15 minutes away. The developers did launch it. They're just kind of checking now for any errors, etc. So hopefully we're going to launch that soon. And then quickly, I'm going to go over stocks. We had another big rally in stocks today. This is the Dow Jones. Again, we had a buy down here where we said we thought we'd go to new highs. And also on Sunday night's weekend review that I do at wyckoffsmi.com, I said this week we was looking for a bounce. And then the good one, Square, was up again big today. Software has picked every move there. As you can see on the go to the 1 year chart. But we had to buy down here. Really, you had a chance to buy it anywhere 66.25 or so down to 65. And now we're setting up here 76.74. See the technometer down here when it gave the buy. We're still now just setting at 44 and change. So I would think there's still more upside here. I wouldn't be surprised if we can get something up here in the 85-ish. So I've raised my stops to 71.04, which is the low from yesterday. And hopefully let this one slide up higher until we get a sell on the technometer. But that one still looks higher to me. And then had a big day in American Barracks. I gave that yesterday on the show, showing that, Wyckoff, hold on here. Wyckoff was looking for a 50% pullback, which I showed yesterday that it picked up really the 2 days before. And then that would allow you to put the uptrend line in here that I did in the dash blue. We had a 38 on the technometer exactly at the low here. That's why I marked that B. I didn't mark the sell because I said on the air a couple times I would not take that sell. But you can see here, I talked about this last night. I had a sell here, but I said you want to really buy a pullback with the technometer going to oversold. You got that exact here. So 4 days later, it did go to a new low. But for all practical purposes, that was a pretty good place to add on at 12.57. I think today's rally was 6 or 7%, I believe. So 2 good buy points there. And then let me save that.
Clifford Chapman said Wyckoff rocks, and there you go. That's, textbook Wyckoff there on that chart, on these other charts we're looking at as well. And of course, these indicators at the bottom are proprietary indicators of Wyckoff, and Todd is the president of Wyckoff Stock Market Institute. These indicators were created by Richard D. Wyckoff back in the 1930s, and Todd owns the rights to that, hence why we created our own software generating for cryptos. It is generating the volume, price, and action from all the top 96 exchanges. So every single buy and sell is being aggregated in the software.
And I'm not just a member of the Hair Club. I actually own the company. So that's why I took over Wyckoff, because more people need to know about it. I mean, still to this day, no one's really using the OP Force and technometer. People even take the course, and they don't spend the time to continue with the software and the indicators. They need to get comfortable with them. I had said that when the software gets launched, it'll help, and I think it's going to prove that it's going to help. So, and here again is Twitter. You can see here the same type of setups. OP goes to a new low here versus here. So that on a short-term basis is bullish. And we got the oversold technometer. So it's very easy to buy this day. I actually bought a little bit early. We had a big sell-off that day after I got in the Dow. Gave you a ton of time to get in, and now here we are. That was 28.85, I think, was my buy point. And here we are at 34.62. Technometer's at 48. It will give a sell here tomorrow probably on any further strength. But there again, I probably won't follow that. I'll probably give the Wyckoff wave, if you're the market indexes I follow, a chance to get overbought. Because Twitter's getting overbought because there's big buying coming in. So it's going to get overbought quickly. So we're going to watch here, but I don't think you want to sell the first 50 there. Because it'd be better probably to watch the Wyckoff wave. You see it's at 42. Ton of chance to get further up here. I think it will. It might take a while, but I think it's going still a lot higher. And then you got a Wyckoff wave growth index that I follow. And the technometer there is 43.64. So still a ton of time. So I think these will go higher, and then Twitter will still get drug higher as well as Square. So that's all I got now. I showed Raven while you were gone.
Nice.
And then in 10 minutes, we'll go back to our proprietary software.
Sounds good. See if there's anything in the chat box, if you can help anybody over there. And guys, it is time for some crypto news. So what is going on? We kind of already talked about Ravencoin, but you know, if you're new to the channel, I see a lot of new names. Everything we do here is transparent. We actually make the trades. I went ahead and retweeted my original tweet right here where I was saying, if you have been mining Raven since my review video, so make sure to go to our YouTube homepage, check out our reviews, check out our interviews. We have John McAfee, we got Charles Hoskinson, we got Thomas Cox. The list goes on and on. Check those out. I said you are foolish if you're not taking some profits at these levels. I sold 90% of my bag at 817 sats. I said I would just sit in Bitcoin and wait until it falls back around 600 Satoshis. My order got filled at 610, and Todd was telling people live during the show to buy anywhere around 650 sats. As you can see, we have had a nice rally exactly off that point. It got down to 601 Satoshi. You can't make these things up. And so far, so good. We'll see if this continues to hold. Regardless, if you guys took the trade on the swing trade, you fattened up those Raven bags, and you're ready to keep holding on for the next bull run.
Crypto PCG is a scams in here. He's done opening up 20 Twitter accounts.
Oh, my
What's
God.
up?
The same troll always coming back. You got way too much time on your hand, buddy.
These guys.
But, you know, it's kind of funny because the haters come when you're doing something right, and everything we do is 100% transparent, so there's not much that you can really say. You're just making yourself look like a fool. But have fun. Keep wasting your time, and maybe one day you'll get a job somewhere.
My goodness. Looking like a fool.
So is Warren Buffett, yes, Warren Buffett, changing his attitude on cryptocurrencies? For years now, Warren Buffett has been talking against cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin especially, claiming that this technology is nothing more than a bubble and a scam. However, recent reports indicate that he may have a change of heart. Imagine that, guys. Just like Jamie Dimon saying he would fire anybody that trades Bitcoin, and now they're setting up a Bitcoin trading desk. This is what they do. If it doesn't benefit them, they're going to talk down on it until they get positioned so that they can benefit. They don't care about the average Joe. They care about their business and their pocketbooks. That's why we come here every day to tell you that they are the true frauds and that you shouldn't listen to mainstream media because it's just going to make you lose all your money. You need to go out and find people that you trust on YouTube, find people on Twitter, especially in cryptocurrencies, a bunch of brilliant individuals that are telling you their honest opinion on various cryptocurrencies and what's really going on in this ecosystem. Todd has obviously seen many market cycles from commodities, .com bubble, the list goes on and on. I work for a traditional institutional financial advisor, and I've been around trading for the .com bubble as well. The same thing has happened here in crypto. You guys are so early and have a great opportunity while the big dogs have been trying to make you dump your bag, stop staking, stop mining, stop generating that passive income, and things are about to start turning around. Mr. Buffett, who continuously rejected cryptocurrency and fintech, seems to have decided to invest as much as $600 million into two large fintech firms. Each company is set to receive $300 million investment from Buffett's own multinational investment conglomerate, Berkshire Hathaway. While he never admitted to it, many believe that Buffett may be ready to finally join the crypto scene. Well, Nick, how does that even apply? He invested in some fintech firms. That doesn't apply to cryptocurrencies. Well, what fintech firms did he get involved with? He bought around 300 million stakes in Petro, which is the largest mobile payments service in India. While this alone did not cause too much suspicion among the cryptocurrency supporters, Berkshire's second large investment did. This one was made only last week when it bought shares in an IPO for Stone Co., a large Brazilian payments processor. Both of these investments are very unusual for Berkshire, which usually invest in companies like Coca-Cola and aims for acquisitions of insurance companies. This investment, atypical for Berkshire, was made soon after Brazil's largest brokerage announced that Bitcoin and Ethereum exchanges are soon to be launched in this country. Many have found it to be quite curious that Berkshire would invest into a fintech firm in a country that is just to about start actively dealing in cryptocurrencies. We've been talking about the failing monetary systems from places like Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Turkey, Iran, and the list goes on and on. Some, like Venezuela, have taken the approach to try and outright ban the mining of cryptocurrencies and create their own sheet coin in the Petro coin. Don't buy that, guys. That is a joke. Why would you trust that government ever? And why would you want a cryptocurrency backed by oil? Don't do that. But on the other hand, Brazil has said, hey, our monetary system is starting to fail, but if we create an infrastructure for our citizens wrapped around Bitcoin and Ethereum, opening brokerage accounts, they can still benefit by generating fees, and the entire country benefits by a more stable economy. And now we are seeing Berkshire invest in one of these payment processors. Sounds like Warren Buffett may have opened his eyes and realized that the tides are changing. And although he might not understand the technology, some of his portfolio managers seem to know what's going on. What's going on in the chat
Don't
box.
trust these guys comes in and he puts a link to that one review thing that they've gone on me.
God.
All the Mets people.
That's hilarious.
It's obvious, guys. We're killing the game here. Nick is killing the game here. The software is launched. The software was a scam, they said, for months. Now the software's kicking out great buys and sells. So it's too funny. I don't want to. I have a problem deleting people because I don't want people to think I'm trying to hide something. But he's going to get deleted by everybody else because I've got too many PCG customers here. And my God, we give trades all day long, Twitter, Facebook. Here, I mean, so
As
whatever.
Tosh says, man, I love noobs. I wonder if they forgot to close their shorts.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're all short. So it's too funny. I'll ban him here in a little bit, I guess.
All right. What else we got? I guess I'll do another article because we're not to 7 o'clock yet.
What's up, Joshua?
So Morgan Stanley, a
Why don't
name
we buy
in the
Petro coin? No, probably not going to buy Petro coin.
Do not buy Petro coin.
No.
Don't do it. Here's the thing. Look at Venezuela. Their monetary system failed for one reason only. That is the government. Okay? That's just a true statement. Now, who is hosting this Petro coin? The government. Are you once again going to trust the very government that had a failed monetary policy to begin with? And on top of that, they're saying the Petro coin is backed 1-to-1 or one with 1 barrel of oil, which is kind of a dying commodity in reality with the continued expansion of solar power, electric cars, et cetera, et cetera. So, no, I'm not going to get involved with Petro because I don't agree with the methods of putting commodities to back cryptocurrencies. That's a sham. And I do not trust that government as far as I could throw their president. He's pretty overweight too, guys. So,
and if we're an institutional asset class now in cryptos, I mean, my goodness, what does that mean?
Morgan Stanley report says crypto now an institutional asset class. Institutional investors are increasingly getting involved in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, while the number of retail investors in this space is staying stagnant, according, not to me, but to a new report by Morgan Stanley Research themselves. Morgan Stanley is a trusted traditional financial advisor, intercontinental, and very large. And this is what their reports and their findings said. So this is the same thing that we've been saying. Retail investors are getting shaken out. They're pissed they lost money. They're selling out for losses. They're done with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, while the institutions see the bigger picture. They've created an institutional infrastructure. Institutional investors are starting to accumulate via market and via OTC, and they're getting ready for the next FOMO that they are going to create.
Exactly.
The market's current thesis appears to be that Bitcoin is, quote, a new institutional investment class and has been for almost a year, the authors wrote. The amount of crypto assets under management has been increasing since January 2016, with 7.11 billion currently being stored by hedge funds, which are approaching my work, venture capital firms, and private equity firms. The fact that major financial institutions are increasingly getting involved supports this thesis. The report continued, citing Fidelity's new crypto services division, investments in Seed CX, BitGo, and Binance regulatory approvals, and Coinbase's recent fundraising round of an additional $300 million. Cryptocurrencies are going nowhere, my friends, and if you keep waiting on the sidelines too long, you might miss out on one of the financial opportunities of a lifetime. If you messed up the .com bubble, well, you're getting another chance at it right here with Bitcoin and some of the stronger cryptocurrencies in this space.
Not much in the chat box. Software's going to be live here in a minute again.
Steven says, Nick, pinch my face because Morgan Stanley is saying Bitcoin is insto money. There you go. Shout out to Kanan. He's in here from Vertcoin team. Shout out to him. It's really cool that some team members from various cryptos find their way over here, and they don't instantly come in trying to show their coin, but really they're just talking about cryptos in general, trying to learn from our perspective as far as, I work for an institutional financial advisor. Todd's been trading since you were trading soybeans in the pits. So we've been around the industry as far as investments are concerned and technology, and it's cool that they want to get in here and learn a little bit as well.
And guys, you don't swing at me calling me an old man. I don't have any problem with my age, so that's not going to hurt me very much. I mean, what the hell?
Oh, man. Clifford Chapman says Asia really big on cryptos. Yes, and actually the leading fiat pair or stablecoin pair right now for volume in cryptocurrencies is actually the KRW, the fiat currency of South Korea. So for such a small country to be creating that much trade volume is pretty crazy. And if you tune in every day, I think it was just yesterday we talked about how the South Korean government approved their central banks to start working with the cryptocurrency exchanges, creating every single approved exchange to be an instant fiat onboarding gateway for its citizens to buy, hodl, and trade cryptocurrencies. Pretty bullish news there, my friends.
What up, James Brown? Is there any other exchanges that have USDC? There isn't, is there at the moment?
There is, I think, three total Bitcoin trading pairs, 2 total Ethereum trading pairs, and a lack of liquidity. I say that because there's 1.2 million trading volume across the ecosystem. That will continue to expand as they continue to grow. But there's about 5 stablecoins all fighting over the same sector. And this isn't because that even matters. USDT has kind of solidified a spot up there. But why they're doing that is because they understand that there's a need for these stablecoins because it's a way for people to trade in and out of cryptocurrencies and hedge against the market. And they want their piece of the fees. They earn money by transaction fees and trading fees via these stablecoins. So they're all trying to get their piece of the pie as far as generating revenue. And Coinbase figured, hey, we have the money to do it and back it dollar for dollar for a pegged stablecoin. So why should we list USD Tether and give up those transaction fees when we can just make our own cryptocurrency? So as of now, USDC is only formidable on Coinbase, really, and on Circle app. But I think it'll continue to expand. But once again, this changes nothing. USD Tether has been around in the last year's bull market. It has always been used as a hedge against Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies. That's just the nature of the game. And a lot of people also use it because here in the United States, it's kind of a gray area. If I trade to USD Tether, technically, I did not cause a taxable event because I did not go to USD, the fiat currency. I went to USD Tether, which is another cryptocurrency. So technically, I don't have a tax liability on that trade. Now, I'm not your tax advisor. That's only a gray area, and it's better to be safe than sorry. If you want to report your crypto trading, that is probably the way to do it with the IRS, and that's what's going to make them most happy. But right now, the regulation is not up to par for cryptocurrencies, and definitely not up to par for stablecoins as well.
And I'm younger than Nick. Nick just got a better fake wig on.
Fake wig?
He's got that dark black wig on. I let my thin gray do what it do. What's the best coin out there to invest in? I can't give one coin. I'd have to still say mix it up.
Yeah, there's a nice basket. Wonderful Brick says, when are they finally finished accumulating? 10 months is enough, ... It's when their platforms and products get ready for launch. And guess what? Backed will be launching this month or next month. ErisX will be launching next year. The Bitcoin ETF will be approved February 25th, 2019. To the day, my friends. That's what's coming. So once they create their infrastructure, Goldman Sachs has also been low-key privately inviting large-scale customers. About 400 customers have got invites for their Bitcoin trading desk that is not launched yet. That sounds like beta testing to me, and they will be launching here shortly. Once these things start launching, that's when they will start the FOMOing. That's when all this bullish news will take off, because then they're in position to make money. And we're going to talk about another article here after Todd does the charts that they might already be low-key getting in these markets, and a couple Bitcoin wallets are saying just that.
Will you guys review AGI? I don't know much about AGI, but I've got Dentcoin. But right here, we've got the software. We've got Bitcoin USD. You can see here, once again, the OP goes to another new low today. More selling coming in. The Force Index is bottoming out and then turning up here. The Force Index is more of a investor sentiment. You want that moving higher if you're long to kind of put wind in your sails. And you can see even after today, the technometer is still 34.65. So 38 or below is considered oversold. I'd call it dangerously oversold here. So as always, I got to keep going with buys because we had the last buy was up here a little bit higher, and then we had one 3 days ago. So it just looks like we're going to continue. I think we still slowly work out here higher. And I wouldn't be scared of a spring or a shakeout because I think that would be the last movement down before we go quickly higher. So, and there's a technometer on the BTC USDT up at 41.
OP still hitting really a new low today or right at it. So I think everything still looks higher. Let's do a couple more here. Let's look at XRP USDT again. You know what? My login's not working. You got to take the screen back for a minute.
You got to log back in?
Yeah, I've got to log back in.
Oh, gosh. You guys can't see his password. You guys will be using our version of the software. You can't have that happening. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And, guys, this is going to be a Horizon giveaway. So all you need to do is once this video is posted, make sure you like and subscribe the video and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Zen, Z-E-N, wallet address. We will choose a winner live randomly during the next show to send you one full Zen, currently worth $15, just for being an active community member, because we love to give back to you guys. Because without you, we wouldn't be doing a show. Thanks for all your continued support. Thanks for all your donations, super chats, people buying the Learn Crypto course, and really educating yourself and investing in yourself, because that is what matters in this market and in the traditional markets as well.
And that reminds me, we had Sean Leach buy the course overnight. Once again, welcome to the community.
Shout out,
I'm
Sean
always
Leach.
here to help. And actually, I think he was from Australia, a newbie that just came to the channel, I'm going to say, like in the last day or two. So shout out to him. And excited about what Wyckoff can bring to the table. So here's XRP USDT. You can see here, I mean, trying to work higher the last 5 days. That is bringing the technometer up because the OP has turned higher. So I guess I'd like to see continued strength here in XRP. Keep that OP going higher. I won't sell a 50 yet. XRP USD. Technometer here is 42.30 with the OP still down near the lows. So I think XRP is still looking higher to me. And here's XRP BTC. Technometer 45, still neutral. So I think higher there.
Joshua Ramsey says, what's the total amount of course subscriber nowadays? I don't know. You can go through and count them. We're over. I just say 950 because I know we were over that for a while. We're probably approaching 1,000.
I think it's still like 955 or something.
Yeah, we're probably around there for the cryptocurrency Wyckoff trading course. About 10 people for the crypto beginner course because we just created that. And to really, because we kept getting the same beginner questions over and over again. And then hopefully, you know, we're about to launch this software and we can all get in there together, share our charts with each other, and triple our bags and make a lot of money.
And there's the poly chart in front of us. It called the low back down here and had a sell here, a buy at slightly higher prices, which is really bullish. I said yesterday I thought we'd have a little ABC and work higher, and that's what's happening. Technometer's 42.93. So, and the OP had a decent day today on some decent volume. So I don't really have any poly to speak of much, but we've been showing it on here because I think Dustin has maybe been on it and a couple other people. So been showing that. Zen BTC. I know that was one that didn't look the greatest yesterday.
Show me
we
the
said
money.
we liked it fundamentally, but
Boom. Boom.
that's the Zen BTC. We've got, because I said the technometer was overbought, and we're still overbought, but had big volume come in the last 24 hours. And then I don't think Zen.
I think this is one that the technometer is telling you to give a sell, but since we're bullish on the fundamentals, and since they do have some news coming up, this is one that you will not be selling on the high technometer, but you would be looking to add to your position on any weak technometer reading as long as the OP stays in line.
Yeah, we're going to need a bigger pullback to get that going. And then I think somebody mentioned Litecoin USDT. We've had slightly higher buys. I mean, we had a 39.54 in the technometer down here at the lows. We're back at 41.64. I mean, OP hit new lows yesterday, a hair higher today. So I still think we're going to try to dig out of these lows here on some of these coins.
I doubt the charting software has AGI, but James is saying I highly recommend looking into AGI. So
let me check.
Maybe I need to take a look, or if you got it in the charting software.
I mean, here's Litecoin USD. Gave a buy here, down here at the 34.30. We're at 38.46, which is still extremely oversold. So I would think Litecoin continue to try to work higher off these lows. And then let's do Litecoin BTC for some people that like the BTC. The only reason I'm really following BTC is if there's a bunch of big volume there. That's the only reason I'd be on it, but it's showing the same thing, extremely oversold. AGI, let's see, no, not in the software system at the moment. And then what we've got a good day in ZRX going. ZRX BTC, one that we've liked. And we had a buy here at the open.
Zoom out a little bit on these charts and see what the software has been doing back over the past month or so. There it is.
Oh, yeah, you just want to show we had to buy at the low, that's why.
Everybody else wants to brag about their fake trades, so we might as well brag about our real trades.
I mean, what's going on here, once again, is the OP comes down to new lows, price doesn't. So we had a buy here. Testing the low would have been an easy add-on if you chose to. Another buy here with the OP collapsing, price still holding. Technometer down here at somewhat oversold. So it wouldn't hurt to really bought this or bought a new low, which it didn't do. You want to buy springs and uptrends. So this would have been a spring of this here. This spring, it didn't make a spring. But then we marked this buy because we came down here and did a 36.64, which was the first print below 38 that got you back in again with more additions. So haven't really got a 50 sell here. We just had 2 for sure buys. And this here, I know we was bullish when this was occurring too. So I think we're 44.80. It'd be nice to get a little more strength here, but so far that one still looks good.
Brandon says, can you review Strat? They just partnered with Microsoft. We actually talked about that partnership live on the air, but here's the thing. I've been kind of slacking on my reviews lately. So what I am going to do is I'm going to post a Twitter poll probably tomorrow. So make sure to keep an eye out for my Twitter, at StuNad620, STUNAD620. I'm going to post a poll and let the community decide. Strat will be one of the coins. Veritasium, somebody asked us about that with the super chat, so that will be one of the coins. Maybe AGI, and then maybe another. So make sure to get over there and vote for which coin you want me to do a full fundamental review on, as far as a recorded video to be added to our YouTube channel, as well as shared on Twitter, etc. So keep an eye out over there for that.
There's Strat USDT, but I'm not a lot of volume there. So I'm going to go to Strat USD. Less volume there. Then we're going to go to the Strat BTC, because I think that was a chart we had maybe marked up a little. We talked about, I think. I mean, basically here, you can see OP continues to hit new lows, which it did right into 7 o'clock here, 13 minutes ago. Strat keeps making higher highs. We've had 4 of them now. And the technometer just came off. Looks like we're raging on the technometer really around, we've got 51s and 25s. So definitely coming off the most oversold it had been on these 3 days here. Because again, that's coming because volume is coming in so hard to the downside and price is holding. So it's giving you the oversold technometers. So I would think Strat looks good right here. Strat BTC. I'd probably buy it and even trail a stop or something, because that one looks good. And there's a lot of coins look this way. So Bitcoin's kind of been the one that's kind of, drug its feet maybe a little bit here. But that's probably because the composite man or these whales are trying to get as much as they can from people. And they might be running out of chance to get that done. So there's a Bitcoin USDT. I haven't added a couple buys there because we had 2 more buys not on that chart. The software's been down somewhat during the day because they're trying to get it launched for subscribers. They make sure I got it available at 7 o'clock because we had a buy then over here, which showed down at the bottom. So it's missing another buy. So I'm not getting any sells because, volume is coming so hard into the downside. You could have said, well, sell 48s. That would have gave you a couple swing trades, not a lot. But I'm really, where you go wrong is I really think we're trying to build accumulation here in a base. So I'm trying to find good buy points. So
Junior's over here says, how can I learn to be an investor? Well, this is a good show to start off with, but also, you said earlier that you have like 8K or something and I don't know. If you're not invested in cryptocurrencies at all, but you're interested in the crypto space, head over to learncrypto.io. We do have a cheap beginner's course over there, which teaches you about blockchain, Bitcoin, how to buy your first Bitcoin, walks you through step by step to get you on Coinbase, get you hooked up to the bank account, get you on Binance, talks about hardware wallets, how to store your cryptos, really everything A to Z for beginners. That's a great place to start. And if you're really trying to get more advanced and learn how to trade, we do have a cryptocurrency and Wyckoff trading course that will really teach you how to do what Todd's doing over there on the charts, or what I tweet about here and there pertaining to swing trades and getting your portfolio in the right area. So other than that, feel free to ask any questions on here. Watch the channel because we talk about cryptos and traditionals. And if you're trying to get into cryptocurrencies, I think the beginner course is a perfect place to start. That gives you 24/7 access to me and Todd via Twitter and the chat service over there on learncrypto.io, and really takes you through step by step how to get involved the proper way, the secure way, and all clean, the fastest way. Let me steal this for a couple more articles, and then people are throwing up all kinds of charts. We're seeing a ton of people in here right now. That is awesome. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's continue to have some fun. First of all, before getting into one of these articles, DRGN, Dragon Chain, has been added to another exchange, finally being added to Bitfinex, I believe. So this is one that somebody was just asking about yesterday. I said keep an eye on Dragon. I like what they got going on. They just posted that they upgraded their node structure, so now they have another class of nodes, and then they just got added to Bitfinex today. I think we'll start to see some volume picking up on their future announcements, and we'll see what the software says, but I think that is one that is pretty safe to accumulate around these levels. We already talked about the Raven trade, and then also yesterday we were talking about the white paper edition of the Ledger Nano S to protect your assets via a hardware wallet. I actually picked one of these up today. I couldn't help myself. For 99 bucks, I got it. And again, guys, if you're not actively trading, I definitely would check out a hardware wallet, whether it's the Ledger, the Trezor, or any of the other options coming into play. I like Ledger, and we also have a link below that you can click on to get yours. That is an affiliate link, but Ledger just gives us, I think, $5 if you buy one via that link. So if you're going to get one, obviously that helps support all the giveaways that we do for you guys, as those usually do come out of our own pocketbook. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I couldn't hold back. I said that this was tempting, and I had to do it just for shits and grins.
The Outlaw Preacher told Junior to sit on some Bitcoin and you'll be in good shape. Don't rush into anything and don't chase green candles. I kind of agree with that. So Junior, I'd make sure you have some Bitcoin here and just settle in and try to learn something. And don't be throwing money out the window.
Exactly.
Bitcoin, being long some Bitcoin here will be good for you, and try to learn off of that.
All right.
Do some paper trading.
So a quick article here. New whales are here. Somebody bought 133K Bitcoins.
What?
Not $133,000. 133 Bitcoins in the last 4 weeks. So while the software OP is showing us that volume is coming in on the sell side, but price has remained sideways or moving higher, that told me and Todd that retail investors are getting shaken out and sold, while the composite man, or institutional investors in whales, are soaking up all of those coins. And now all of a sudden we're finding these public addresses coming to light that have accumulated $85 million worth of Bitcoin in the last month alone. So one thing that caught my attention is that there are several addresses that have been created in recent weeks with transaction amounts of 10,000 BTC on average. That is about $65 million, most of them in the months of May, July, and August. So this has been going on for a little bit. Additionally, there are 5 wallets with amounts between 11K Bitcoin and 55K Bitcoin in a period of 4 weeks. From the end of September to the last week of October, the total accumulated by these 5 wallet addresses alone is more than 133,000 Bitcoin, worth $850 million. We cannot know the identity of the owners of these accounts.
854 million.
That's a big number. These are not average Joes.
Yeah,
okay?
Look at that number down there in the far right.
Right here.
Damn.
We cannot know the identity of the owners of these accounts, nor if 2 or more addresses belong to a single entity. However, the remarkable thing about this is that there are not many people who can afford to handle purchase transactions greater than 10,000 BTC at a price of $6,400, and less in such a short period of time. Hence, it can be assumed that they are the financial institutions coming into action. Now, we don't know if they buy these off market. We don't know if they are buying everything OTC or what's going on, but we can tell you that the software has continued to tell us that selling pressure is coming in, but price is holding or going up recently the past few days. That tells you the composite man, the guy controlling all the behind the scenes, is accumulating all of these sell orders, as well as probably accumulating OTC as well. Wallet addresses do not lie. $850 million accumulated in the last 4 weeks. Sounds like some ironic timing for all this bullish news we're talking about every day and all of these financial institutions saying they are ready to play.
One wallet is warm. I said it months ago that I've got to connect with some OTC, and they're saying that they had just unlimited buy orders for Bitcoin, and about a month, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, they were getting nervous for a break, and they said, well, we're going to cancel some of our buys, or we're going to watch for a minute. And some people took that as bearish. I find that as even more bullish because they've still got to come in. They've got more to buy. If they can't get it down here, if they can't get below 6,000, they're going to have to chase it higher. So I think they're going to chase it higher too. And I think, then and any big accumulation being done in OTC, it is not to trade for a next $200 rally. They're going to sit on that shit, and it's not leaving those wallets. And that means there's going to be no supply when we start rallying. That's my opinion. And we could run a disclaimer, because we don't run a disclaimer much anymore, because we give way too much advice.
Of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
There we go. It looks like we have some people wanting to look at the DENT chart, the ADA chart, and others. Somebody earlier in the show said, what is our opinion on ADA? Look, I think for the easiest summation of my opinion on ADA, go to our YouTube homepage, go to the interview section, and go about 5 interviews ago and watch the interview with Charles Hoskinson as he laid it all on the line about ADA. I asked some easy questions, and I asked some hard questions. On top of that, he talked about cryptocurrency ecosystem in general. He talked about ETC, Zen, and EOS as well. And that is from the man himself. Let him tell you what's going on with ADA. I am a big believer in Cardano and ADA. Obviously, they're moving, doing peer-reviewed approach, which means it's moving a little slower. They're not getting the hype, etc. But, man, that thing has fallen from the top all the way down about 90%. So I think anywhere around here, we'll see what the software says. It's probably a decent buy. But definitely watch the interview and formulate your own opinion on ADA.
I'd run a Pork Blaster video if that's what I think of it, or the Pork Blaster music.
ADA's market cap will be worth by itself $1 trillion in 5 years. Mark my words. All right, on to the charts. Forget I ever said that. Todd, take a look at DENT, ADA, and others.
We got DENT BTC. Again, OP's coming down to new lows here, clear to here. Technometer's been extremely oversold. The technometer's very volatile because of the volume volatility here. But I would have to say, with the volume coming down and this price holding compared to the previous low, this is big support here. And I would expect that to hold. So I don't know why my prices are wrong here. So again, we're moving to new servers, so that might be a little bit of it. But I would say good buying is coming in on DENT. And I would buy that and continue to trail stops.
Junior said, should I buy more PTC on Coinbase right now? If so, how much do you all recommend? And when do you guys expect the next bull run to be? Well, we're not your financial advisors. Now, if you were like part of the crypto private client group, that'd be a little different. But Todd's software over there is, what are we getting for readings for BTC as far as that's concerned? Are we getting near another buy opportunity
BTC,
here?
it was still oversold. I'd buy BTC any day, I think.
There you go. And if you want to be a little bit safer with it, you can use a method called dollar cost averaging, which means that you say, all right, if I got $5K to spend every week, I'm going to put $1,000 into Bitcoin on the same day at the same time. And that way you're going to get an average price, remove the emotions, and hopefully get a good opportunity. Now, we're supremely bullish on Bitcoin. So this opportunity may be fading. So it's up to you. We could go lower. So that's why maybe you want to split it up on a couple orders. Maybe buy now, wait and see what happens over the next couple days. If it goes lower, spend another fourth of your bag on it, etc. So there you go.
All I know is when volume comes into Bitcoin, there's going to be no supply offered. So we're going to have a big move. And it's going to be while you're asleep. I mean, my God, we had that move off the little Tether scare that was what overnight?
1,000.
And everyone's like, oh, I'll know when it turns and I'll get back in. Yeah, okay. That's people that have never traded before.
Mike Rom says, feels like Ripple is taking over the world, always coming out with new news. Now, we've had a bunch of debates here about XRP and Ripple. I will tell you, a couple shows ago, we have proof that these crypto advertisements and journalists will run any article written by anybody if you pay them the right amount of money. Now, keep in mind that Ripple is a multi-billion-dollar organization with a near endless supply of XRP at its exposure, which it can sell on market, generate revenue, and then pay to get any article listed. Not to say that the partnerships aren't real, because they are real, but don't take for granted the only real use case for XRP right now is really via XRapid. They're starting to finally get clients on board to utilize XRP, which hopefully will generate velocity on their network. But once again, we don't know if that wash trading velocity is really going to cause price appreciation. The software, as far as technicals are concerned, had buys at 41 cents and 45 cents. So we are long on that and think a pork blaster is coming on that chart. And we'll continue to try to stay up to date on the actual real use cases of XRP within Ripple Labs moving forward.
Stop the press. As Taj says, buy Bitcoin before Friday afternoon. Whoa.
Something is coming. And from S-Taj, guys, that's a big change of pace. S-Taj has been one of the bears out there for the traditional market and for cryptos. And if he says something's coming, man, maybe everybody is capitulated and we're ready to move higher. You got any more charts to look at over there, Todd?
No, I had Bitcoin brought back up.
Dennis says, S-Taj bullish BTC, question mark?
Right. Somebody mentioned earlier about, do we think money will leave stocks for cryptos? And I think stocks need to hold firm, and people will take some easy profits they made over the last 10 years and chase it to cryptos. And then if we start talking about cryptos being this whole asset class, then they're going to just start taking, 5-10% of their assets no matter what and throwing it at cryptos.
Here's what I think.
So
I think the real switch from stocks, like you said, I think it needs to hold in, and that's going to come once they launch their platforms. Fidelity is looking to launch a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency platform. If it's as easy as I'm on my Charles Schwab account or Fidelity account and I can sell some stock and buy some Bitcoin, that's when I think the real influx of change of portfolio diversification is going to occur. On top of that, once they have their infrastructure built, it's going to be just like commodities. We're going to say, guys, in order to hedge your portfolio a little bit, we need you to put 5% of your portfolio into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I don't think you guys realize how much money is in traditional markets. 5 wallet addresses alone that we just looked at were able to accumulate $850 million worth of Bitcoin in 4 weeks. That is just a couple institutions. Who knows who that is? The type of investors and clients that say my institutional company that I work for has, they're billion-dollar clients. What is 5% of that? Do the math on what that would do for the market cap of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin moving forward, even if they only broke off a very small percentage of their investable assets and moved them into some cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. It's going to be huge.
Plus, I think what happens, and I've got clients that have large sums, and we don't really talk. They don't really pay a lot of attention. But for me to get them in Bitcoin, they've got to go to Coinbase, do the whole thing. They talk about doing it. They just won't do it. They won't take the time to do it. They really want me to take care of it. So once it's available at Schwab and these other places, I mean, it's going to happen quickly because they want to do it now. They just won't take the time and trouble to open up the account and do all the necessary paperwork to get it done.
Yep.
I guess out of, somewhat out of laziness, and maybe it's not a big hurry, but they're going to come for it.
Wog says, "Did you all see the letter Tether Bank wrote?"
Yep.
Yes, that was the last article we were going to say. Now, there's still controversy over this. It's just a letter with a header on it. Nobody can really prove if it's legitimate or not. But yet again, Tether's saying they have the money. Yet again, Tether's back to $1. People were panic selling Tether at 85 cents at a 15% loss and then buying True USD for a 15% premium. That is a 30% loss trade here. We came on here and said, don't worry about it. Tether's going to approach back $1. It got back to 98 cents, and we said, now if you're scared about Tether, move it into Bitcoin, which would have been great because now Bitcoin's up, or move it into your other stablecoin that you prefer. So now you still have that opportunity, even better now with Tether at 99 cents. And Tether produces letter vouching for dollar deposits, but bank hedges. What this means is essentially they got a letterhead and it said that Tether does have $1.831 billion in their bank account. But they did have some disclosures on there and some limited liabilities as far as they're not responsible, XYZ. It's still no proof, really, but it is a real bank. It is their letterhead. I'm assuming if Tether wrote something on behalf of them with a fake letterhead that this bank would sue, this is a real company, but the story and controversy around Tether continues, and it's going to continue on for a very long time. And why is that? That is because other companies are creating their own stable coins. And guess what, guys? Nothing is fair in business. All of those stable coins want you to trade using those so they can capitalize on transaction fees, trading fees. That's what they want. That's how they make their money off a stable coin that's pegged to $1. So there's going to be so many FUD articles on Tether. And once the other stable coins get up, there's going to be FUD articles on those. All I can say is until you have definitive proof, don't panic sell for a supreme discount like people were doing with Tether at 80 cents. That is a terrible trade. Now, if you are weary about these stable coins, simply every time you want to trade out of cryptos, go all the way to US dollars or choose a stable coin that you feel is safe. My recommendation at these levels is not to use any stable coin. Use Bitcoin, the king, as your trading hedge, and maybe just trade in Satoshis, because I think it is a really bad look to be getting caught in cash here when the markets really seem to be turning around. A lot of these altcoins we've been talking about have been having rounded bottoms, kind of leading you to believe that the low has been put in. Also, we are seeing Bitcoin volume start to increase a little bit and some signs of life from a macro fundamental perspective and a technical perspective as well. And that's just my position. If you have Tether and you're worried about it, just get into Bitcoin right now and just remove the stress. We hope you guys didn't do any of that selling at a discount, buying at a premium. If it was something major like that would occur, obviously check our Twitter, see what's going on, message us on Twitter for our opinion, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can.
Plus, I still think that, someone mentioned here, if Fidelity says 5% should be in cryptos, I mean, when Bitcoin gets back to 8, 9, 10,000 and those type of statements come out, I think people will chase just because they've got to get in. So we saw with the small set of people that was in Bitcoin on the last run to 20,000, but the next one could be way bigger because there's going to be a lot more people coming. And I think a lot of the supplies are getting taken off the markets from these OTC trades. So it could get interesting.
Doug for now says, hi, Todd and Nick. I scrolled back about 20 videos and don't see the one with Charles Hoskinson. So the way this works is we don't just have all the videos in a roll. We also sort them out for you. So you can see that we're live up here. This is all of our live streams. So you're probably scrolling through these. These are only our live streams. If you scroll down, you'll see a sector called interviews. If you click on interviews, you'll see a list of all the interviews we've done. And you can see that about 6 back will be the Charles Hoskinson interview. Right next to the John McAfee, right next to the Crypto King, Thomas Cox, etc., as well as the Digibyte one was really popular as well with Josiah Spackman. So that's why I always say, I know a lot of you just catch us for live shows and think we only do live shows, but we do all kinds of recorded videos that you guys should take a look at. I know that notifications don't always get sent on YouTube, so you might miss some. We are working on a website that might be able to figure that out for you as well. So that's just a little hint at the future. But make sure to get on here because we got past live screens, TA on stocks and cryptos. That's recorded videos by Todd. I got some reviews in here from various coins. I need to continue to get back on those. I kind of stopped after these ones right here. We got several interviews, usually done almost on a weekly basis with various projects. Some crypto tips and tricks with my infamous Coinbase predictions from 6 months ago. 3 of those have already come true, etc. So you can take a look at what we got here for you guys. So
what up, Doug?
Don't forget to go to the homepage every once in a while and see what's popping with all these categories. Guys, we're up to 5,805. If we get 195 more subscribers by Monday, Todd will be giving away one of the cryptocurrency and Wyckoff trading courses we've been talking about. So get sharing and get subscribing.
Let's go over the chart here on ADA. I got an ADA BTC here. Just came off a buy earlier today. Technometer came down to 38 and change here. So you still had OP hitting new lows coming into today, and price is still relatively trying to hold in here. So I think ADA is still okay. I did have LISC brought up. Not a lot of volume in LISC. Let's go to LISC BTC. Had big sell volume here. You can see by the OP collapsing. Really the next day there was a lot of sell volume here. So the OP hit a new low here 3 days ago, it looks like. I mean, Technometer was oversold at 24, but again, just not enough volume on LISC for me to feel comfortable saying much. And there's LISC USD. Same thing. Too low a volume. Technometer is too volatile for me. So
Incognito says, anybody like Tron? Can you look at the TRX chart?
TRX, yeah, we've had that one up here. TRX BTC. OP new low coming into today. Technometer as oversold as it has been since this low, which called that one to the day. And price holding. I mean, we had I showed a buy here. I think that's because I gave a buy, because the Technometer was not at a buy there, but we had the OP hitting new lows, price holding, and now we've actually had OP hitting more new lows, price still holding, and now a extremely oversold Technometer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a buy on Tron right here. Oh. TRX BTC.
There you go.
Based off of this 35.81 and the OP coming to new low.
It's gonna pump! Pump! Todd said it's gonna pump!
Todd said it's gonna pump.
You're
Shout
locked
out
in
to
now.
Jay.
You're locked in.
And look at this chart, TRX USD. I mean, here's two buys here, and then we had a buy here, and then almost a sell here, 49.34. So might not really register to 50, but that would have told you could have took some profits there. So that would have been this close here. So we could change that to a sell if you're trying to do some swing trading, some scalping, and then you would have came right back down to a buy here quickly, because this would have been a buy there, and then we're setting on extreme oversold still at 35.64. So, and the OP hits a new low going in at 7 o'clock today. So it tells the same thing here. And then if you go to TRX USDT, let's see if there's anything different where the volume is. A little more volume here. This gave a buy at the exact low over here to the far left. And wait for the OP to load here. The OP here has really just been somewhat sideways, and Technometer just neutral. So I'd say, yeah, TRX I would say looks good here. Technically, fundamentally, I don't know much about it.
Somebody said we need to do a marathon show. Here's the problem with that. I've been at work since 7 a.m., so we can't do that tonight. And my girlfriend will probably kill me. She's already pissed that
You won't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I work probably 13, 14 hours a day. And then even when I'm laying in bed with her, I'm answering Twitter questions, trying to be on the advisory board for Rapids RPD, etc. She's already pissed that I work literally like...
Or you calling me?
Yeah, like if I'm awake, I'm trying to work or help someone or participate in crypto, see what's going on. You know, I still have the day job, guys. I still come here for Learn Crypto. We have cryptocurrency students. I'm on the advisory board for Tour to Crypto, which is in World CryptoCon right now, as well as Rapids RPD, which is a brand new cryptocurrency. So it's been busy.
Yeah, because she'll be leaving your ass for somebody that doesn't do cryptos.
The Third Eye Trader says, I was just kidding Nick about the marathon. Hey, that would be really fun. We can do a marathon show sometime for sure. Just kind of hanging out, talking about cryptos here and there and having some fun.
We'll bring Carrie in so she can cover it for a couple hours while we take a nap.
Yeah, exactly.
I got QSP here, one that I've not been following. I'm just going to throw a few things here. I mean, technometer headed down to new lows here, and you had really a head and shoulders pattern, it looks like. You had a technometer at 38.25. That'd have been an easy buy point here. I don't know why I put that down there. Idiot. Let's bring that where it's supposed to be. So QSP looks good here. Let's do this real quick. Don't want to bore anyone. So, and then we really went to a sell on the surge. That would have been break through the neckline if you do head and shoulders. But then you've had the OP come off and technometer really 40 on the low side. So give us a 38. But obviously that chart pattern looks good. If you do Wyckoff, you want to follow like a Bitcoin or our crypto index. And then you want to buy stronger coins. You do not buy weaker coins. You buy strength, sell weakness. And all I can say is buy the frickin' cores is what I do if you're trying to learn anything. I just had someone hit us up that said, they've done a lot of LA Wave, a lot of GAN, a lot of everything, and Wyckoff is the only thing that's made them any money. So I would go with that. And again, if you don't want to spend the money, if you don't have much money, go to wyckoffsmi.com and just read all of our free articles in the library. A lot of stuff we have available for free. I was going to go, you know what, this is going to burn 100,000 requests. But this is the Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index.
Wog says we should all chip in via Super Chat and get a weekend show once a month. Well, that's an option. Also, we've been bouncing around the idea of finally just making a Patreon. So the real dedicated fans, we would do a Patreon-only show, maybe on a weekend sometime, once a month or once a week or something like that, as well as Patreon-only information for TA charts. And then any interviews I do will be posted on Patreon first and then YouTube second. We kind of bouncing around the idea. No, nothing major, but $1 a month or $5 a month or something like that. Just for the people that want to have a little more personal time, since the chat box has been getting a little hectic as of late and we can't get to all the questions, then that way it'll be a smaller, tight-knit group of community that could maybe get a Saturday private show, and we can really have some fun and dig into what you guys in particularly want rather than just the daily news and charts.
And you can see my software has burned out all the requests. So
burnt out. She
right.
don't. She gone.
Until we get this new server set up, that's kind of what's happening to me. And I know Stephen was asking about dominance charts. I've seen those. I don't use them, but I will look into that. And quantum, we will show a quantum chart here on TradingView, which is what we always used to use. If you don't mind looking at one volume from one exchange's volume. This thing has been decimated, trying to work higher. I'd rather, from now on, I really don't make many calls unless I got the software giving me some volume, because it's all about volume and price. So I really wish you would, once it made that 475, I wish it would have held more like the 415 area. But again, Bitcoin's brought it down. This was a lot of selling from $4 down would have been Bitcoin. So, I'd be long QTUM here if I had a gun to my head.
QTUM's got a decent partnership that they announced with AWS and Amazon over there. Obviously, it's a loose term partnership, but they're going to get some access to some new clients. QTUM has been pretty high off the highs here, so I think it's a pretty low risk entry into a cryptocurrency which does have active development, has been coming up with new projects, products, and now once again, like I said, is working hand in hand with some of the AWS Amazon developers.
App coins, we're going to have to bring up all those on the next show. XRP 0.465, so coming alive a little bit here.
This is
Bitcoin 6440, which is really the high of the last day and a half or two.
XRP, we had a buy at the lows leading into the 78 cents pump, had a sell at 72 cents, rebought another buy at 41 cents, and another buy at 45 cents. So the software is pumping out some good numbers there. We are still long on XRP as it has been probably more stable than USD Tether the past few days. And we're looking for a move to the upside versus the downside with XRP.
XRP is working on a pork blaster. I mean, that thing could come alive here, guys. If you were here back when it was 20 cents on its way to 250, I mean, that was a run. So this thing has acted very well. Software has gave excellent trades, and I'd say it looks higher. So the same thing, if Bitcoin holds in here and shows any strength, some of these coins are going to take off. So I'm still bullish. I'm actually bullish for the 27th time, somebody told me.
BTC up to 64.40. Whoa, still inching higher.
Yeah, that's the high of, that's the highs here for whatever the last few days.
Do you have that Wyckoff chart where you had it kind of marked up with the shakeout for Bitcoin? It was like zoomed out with the gray and white lines.
Yep. You want it, I got it. I got to go out to...
daily probably. Yeah, so this is kind of, textbook Wyckoff if you wanted to mark it up, and if we really were bullish here, we were looking for maybe a possibility of one more shakeout. That day that we just saw where we saw that nice big red candle could have been that shakeout, and we've been green ever since. If he zooms in a little more, you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Right.
So we'll see. Based on Wyckoff right here, right now, could be a decent entry into some positions. Once again, if you've been here for a while, we called a low at 5,800. We have never got back to that low, and we've been holding the 6K support, getting several buys from the software all around $6,000. You plug that in with our background with institutional investors, along with these wallet addresses accumulating a mass amount of Bitcoin OTC, 850 million in the past 4 weeks. You got to start putting some puzzle pieces together, look at the macro fundamentals, and look at the bigger picture. And then on top of that, you're able to throw some Wyckoff on there. Man, things are looking to set up pretty good. Does that mean that Bitcoin can't go down lower? No, I'm not saying that, but I think right now it is looking very strong. And with the puzzle pieces falling into play as far as it coming to life here in a month or so, Iris X, and the list goes on and on with all of the institutions about to get involved in cryptocurrencies, I think it is a low-risk, high-reward opportunity to be buying Bitcoin anywhere around $6,000.
And then I want to show this tweet again of mine, because this is Richard Wyckoff from the 1930s talking about stocks. But the more compact the trading range is, the more likely the stock is under control by professionals, and the greater the possibility for the swift, explosive move upwards following a spring or a shakeout. So watch for them. I mean, basically, that's just telling you, and that could have happened back here. We got really quiet here and had a quick break. So we've had those. And the thing is so this could have been one of those, brought in some pretty good sell volume, but this break here didn't bring much volume in. And I still say the majority of people are bearish. That's why the OP is heading down, because they're selling on down ticks, but it's not taking price down. So, and you've seen this. If you're on the show enough, you've seen it. We've called it on stocks, a lot of different things. When there's sell volume coming in and price is holding and the technometer gets oversold, usually that's released to the upside. So, those are 70, 80%, I think, win trades. So if Bitcoin don't come out of here, I'll get the shit trolled out of me. But from what I do and the trading I've done for years and real money trading I've done, and et cetera, I mean, you've got to be long Bitcoin here. And, you could try to trail some stops if you're overextended, whatever, but I don't think being short here doesn't work.
And also the thing is, when we say a low risk, high reward opportunity, what's your worst case? Everybody's worst case that I hear is like, oh, we could have a big shakeout to 5K. Okay, so your downside risk is from 6K to 5K. And then you're sitting here saying the upside potential of Bitcoin is what? 20K,
new highs,
40K, 50K, 100K. That sounds like a great risk to reward trade and something that you probably shouldn't get so emotional over a $100 or $200 move. Because if I'm looking at worst case, I buy at 6K now and it goes to 5, and then we bounce to new highs, 20K, 30K, 50K. I'm still happy with that trade over the long term, rather than sitting here waiting for the 5K shakeout or trying to be short and we explode now and you either get liquidated or you're left with with empty bags. And now what the vision you saw for Bitcoin becomes a reality and you're not even on for the ride. I mean, that's a big possibility. That's what happened to a lot of people during the bull run. last, 8 months ago, 10 months ago, and that could happen again. And that's why the price just kept going higher, because so many people were like, oh shit, I sold Bitcoin at 7,000 and now we're at 10. Oh, okay, I'll wait. It's going to come back. Now we're at 12. Now we're at 14. Okay, now I got to buy. It ran it all the way up to 20, and that's when we've turned around. We had to blow off top because all those investors got in so late. So, I mean, that can always happen again. And for me, I'm willing to take that risk to keep dollar cost averaging in, reduce all the stress, makes it easier for me to come here and preach what I believe in the macro vision that I see happening right underneath your nose. And if it goes to 5K, okay, I lost 1K per Bitcoin. But I know we're going to new highs at least, and really have upward projections for Bitcoin around $50,000. So I have no problem taking on that risk for that reward potential.
And I do think it's better too early than too late. I mean, if you got cash here, I think you need to invest, just from what Nick said. And I think, you can say, well, I'll buy when it breaks out, et cetera. But shoot, the other night when Tether had the scare and Bitcoin broke out, you couldn't have bought no Bitcoin on the way up. That shit was gone in front of you. I put a bid in for clients here, and the offers are gone. I mean, they see that shit come in half a second and take the offers. So there won't be none for sale when we get the real run, is what I think. So again, that's my opinion. Do your own research.
Cleaning up some Post-it notes over here, checking some things off the box.
That's all.
All right, that's about all we got. We went over some news, some fundamentals, some technical analysis, had some rants, had some fun. If you guys got anything major, you can always find us on Twitter. Look at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen right there. Those are our Twitter accounts. Also, head over to learncrypto.io, home of our Wyckoff cryptocurrency trading course, as well as a beginner course. If you got family and friends that need basic help, that is what I would recommend getting for them. And then, of course, we do have our crypto private client group, where we help manage your portfolios with trading APIs. We can only buy and sell, cannot deposit or withdraw. And then shout out to Hugo, Lammy J, Hugo again, and Dustin Nelson for being our recent and top donation and super chatters. Really appreciate that. That helps keep the lights on at night, and that is a way to make sure that your chart is looked at or your fundamental question is answered. So until next time, guys.
Hold on. Somebody asked if I could do a Bitcoin projection with the Wyckoff system. I mean, I'm sure you made that comment when I had the daily Bitcoin chart up. I mean, I could go back and do a point and figure chart. I mean, if anyone's taking the course, you're going to start here at the right and work your way left. So you could probably go over and pick up this, call that accumulation. You could go over and pick up this, then pick up this, and go all the way to preliminary support. If you would take preliminary support over to where we're at now, because really what would happen, preferably, we have a run to, let's say, 9,500, pull back to preliminary support at 7,500 to match this from over here. And then all of this would be accumulation. But I'll look to see if I can do that, but that number would be so big on the upside that I wouldn't even want to say it. That's a big number if this is all accumulation. Big number.
Well, we'll have that for next live show. I'll make them do it. And like I said, it would be a run up to 9,500, retest to 7,500, shake out those weak hands once again who thinks it's dead cat bounce or head fake, right, and then move towards the point and figure projection, which is going to put you above all-time highs.
It's when moon. That's how high it is.
That is it. That is all we got. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you love free coins, because we're giving away some Zen. So leave that Zen, Z-E-N, wallet address down there. Call us ugly. Call us scams. I don't care. As long as the wallet address is there, you have a fair chance to win. But we do appreciate all the kind words. Don't think that we don't see the kind words. That's why we hit the thumbs up. That's why we give you the heart. Also, somebody said, do I have a bot on Twitter just liking all the stuff that I'm tagged in? No, I see those. If it's formidable, I hit the like button because I appreciate the support. I appreciate the interaction. And that's what social media and Twitter is all about. That's what this community is all about. Generating kind of a network of individuals that we can all trust, we can all learn from, all have fun with, and hopefully all have the one destination in mind, and that is the moon, as far as tripling these bags, creating some profits in fiat and Bitcoin, and just having some fun with it, because this is a great opportunity, and we're all learning so much from each other. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
Peace out.
Bye, BTC.
Oh, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.